This morning, a spike in overdoses. The warning from Public Health Madison, Dane County, and the warning signs to watch out for.
Plus, the race for governor, the latest Democrat to join in a look at the growing field.
And
we're welcoming you here
yes, we are.
News 3 now this morning on your Thursday. I'm Kyrie Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. Cool start to your Thursday morning. Grab the jacket.
Oh, yeah, you got to wear it. I just know you're just feeling the love.
I like the fall chill in the air. What can I say?
Well, I bet you'll be putting that jacket away by the afternoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, which I'm okay with. Savannah's getting us ready as people head out the door this morning. Hey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Definitely a cool start, but cool enough to open up those windows, give the air conditioning a break, at least the overnight hours anyways. By the afternoon, yeah, jacket weather in the morning, and then you'll probably want the air conditioning on and just short sleeves in the afternoon. We're about 10 or so, 5 to 10 degrees across the area, cooler than this time yesterday, specifically in Madison, 9 degrees cooler. Our temperature down to the upper 40s here. Our skies are clear, winds are calm. We're going to see partly to mostly sunny skies this afternoon, and we will warm pretty quickly. We only hit 66 yesterday, up to 59 by 9 in the morning, 73 by 3, topping out at 74. So very, very nice, almost late fall, late summer, early fall-like temperatures that we'll be dealing with today. But then we've got the 80s in the forecast. We'll compare that to what's normal and talk about when our average last 80-degree day is in October coming up.
All right. Sounds good, Savannah. New this morning, Public Health Madison, Dane County issuing an overdose spike alert.
Health officials say EMS responded to 5 confirmed overdoses in the past 24 hours. Now, it's still unclear what's behind the spike, but officials say the makeup of street drugs may have changed, possibly including opiates, fentanyl, or other synthetics. Officials are urging people who use drugs or know someone who does to carry Narcan. Fentanyl test strips are also available at Public Health Madison and Dane County's East Washington and Park Street locations. Public Health also wants to remind you of the warning signs of an overdose. This includes pale, sweaty, or clammy skin, lips or fingertips turning blue, slow or irregular breathing, and difficulty or inability to wake. The Behavioral Health Resource Center is available for treatment and recovery.
The wide-open governor's race continues to get more crowded. Former State Representative Brett Hulsey is now running. During his announcement, he said school funding would be a top priority. Hulsey served on the Dane County Board for 14 years and in the Assembly for 4 years, during which he drew some strong criticism from members of his own party for allegations of misconduct. Hulsey joins lesser-known Democrat Brian Sternod and big names like Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley, Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez, State Senator Kelda Roys, and State Representative Francesca Hong. On the Republican side, U.S. Representative Tom Tiffany entered the race this week, joining businessman Bill Berrien and Waukesha County Executive Josh Schoeman. Without an incumbent, we can expect an even more crowded primary next summer.
Turning now to some national headlines. This morning, the White House's Budget and Management Office is telling agencies to prepare for massive layoffs if we go into a government shutdown. The newly released memo is giving targeted programs new shutdown instructions that break from normal government shutdown protocol. One of those includes telling some agencies that they are not legally required to continue operations. Congress must pass a budget by September 30th in order to avoid a shutdown.
Happening today, President Trump expected to sign a deal that would keep TikTok operating in the U.S. A senior White House official says TikTok will be now owned by multiple American investors, including cloud computing firm Oracle. The deal would also allow Oracle to copy and host the social media site's algorithm. TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, forced to sell the company or lose access to U.S. app stores over national security concerns. 6:03 now in consumer news this morning. Scammers are targeting people living in Wisconsin with fake government messages demanding money and personal information.
Our consumer reporter, Michelle Renee Quinn, shows you what to be on the lookout for. Michelle Renee, what should people be looking for?
Well, DATCAP is reporting agencies like itself, WISC-TV, City of Green Bay, and Monona have been impersonated in recent months. So those scams include different types of fake payment requests and fraudulent text demanding money. Now, officials say you can protect yourself by double-checking senders' contact information. That email may be slightly different compared to the official address. Pause before sending money. Scammers rely on you acting right away. So that needs to stop. Just take a second and breathe and contact that agency directly through verified phone numbers or websites. Take a moment and ask yourself, would a real government agency ask for this information? Or do I actually owe any money? And remember, official agencies won't ask you for cryptocurrency and they won't require payment via text.
So there's always a new scam out there. So again, good tips there. Just take that moment to breathe, like you said.
Double check and breathe, because the faster you act, the more likely you are going to get scammed.
All right. Thanks for the warning, Michelle Renee.
Of course.
6:05, the old Madison College downtown campus finally getting a long-awaited restoration. The vacant lot a block northwest of the Capitol, across from Bethel Lutheran Church and the Masonic Center, is going to be rebuilt into a hotel. It was planned to do that back in 2019. That construction was halted because of the pandemic, and then years later, there was finally an answer for the historic property. It'll be turned into a 200-plus room hotel with parking, meeting, and family spaces and other amenities. It's going to be a Drury hotel. They say they are committed to filling the whole downtown and are excited to be working with Potter Lawson Architecture.
We're inching closer to 2,000, but there's only about a week and a half left to hit our goal of 5,000 for our Coats for Kids campaign. So right now we're up to, let's take a look at those numbers, flip them over. We're up to 1,770 coats. But you have until October 4th to donate a gently used coat or gently used winter gear to any area Clinky Cleaners. You can also donate through our Amazon wish list. You can find that information at channel3000.com.
6:06, hit musical Hamilton returning to the Overture, and you can start scoring tickets today. The show runs January 6th through the 18th. The Overture says there's a maximum purchase of 8 tickets per account. A lottery for 40 $10 tickets will be held closer to the show dates. Those tickets go on sale this morning at 11 o'clock online or at the ticket office.
All right, very nice. I know that'll be a big show, probably will sell out. So.
Yeah, those would be hard to get for sure. Very popular.
Well, let's check in with Savannah, who's getting you ready. What are the 3 things people should know today?
Well, guys, good morning. We have the fog early this morning and some cooler temperatures out there as we speak, but that won't set the tone for the rest of the day. We're going to have temperatures that reach the mid-70s later today, and then we've got a really nice summer-like weekend ahead. We'll be into the 80s. That includes every single day and as early as tomorrow, and that even lasts into early to midweek next week. The start of October is on Wednesday, and I think temperatures are still going to be well above average. Here's our stretch over the next 5 days. You see the 70s today, and then those 4 days in the 80s. We'll talk about if there could be a 5th or maybe even a 6th, and any rain that we're going to see during this stretch.
Sounds good. Still ahead, Luke Fickell in the hot seat. What one of UW-Madison's former coaches is now saying about the team's recent loss to Maryland.
And Circus World is getting ready for their Wagons and Wine event. Our Josh Sprider is live with the details on this fun weekend event.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, where you live could affect how likely you are to survive cancer. American Cancer Society research found big disparities in the quality of cancer care and insurance coverage in rural America. As a result, Americans in rural communities are less likely to survive cancer than people in urban communities. The study also found black cancer patients have lower survival rates than white patients.
If you notice trouble concentrating or forgetting things, you're not alone. A new Yale study found a rising number of adults in the U.S., particularly people under 40, are reporting serious issues with their memory and concentration. Researchers say more studies needed, though, to understand if this reflects actual changes in brain health or just better awareness and willingness to report cognitive problems.
UW Health is expanding its support for student athletes in Madison. They are now working at the 4 public Madison high schools, helping students develop long-term athletic skills and healthy habits. That includes West, Memorial, and East, with plans to expand to La Follette in November. At West, Romeric Setoji spends afternoons guiding athletes through warm-ups, speed drills, and strength training.
I had a couple athletes, football players, come up to me telling me how they feel much stronger and they felt like they were able to sustain every drive throughout the entire game because I worked with them for the past 2 years.
He added that their efforts for students do not focus on any specific season or sport, but to support physical fitness and lifelong results.
612, Savannah Rito here with your first warn forecast. How's it looking out there?
Well, we don't have any dense fog advisories, but that doesn't mean we're not dealing with pretty dense fog across some of the area at least. Madison right now, light patchy fog. We're down to 5 miles, but the areas that are pretty low, Janesville down in Rock County, down to 3/4 of a mile, Platteville, Boscobel, Lone Rock, Viroqua, La Crosse, all down to 1/4. And then you go all the way up to Black River Falls, they're at 0. Camp Douglas also dealing with some dense fog, as well as the Dells. Both those areas down to 1/2 mile and 3/4 of a mile. So definitely allow a little bit of extra time as those visibilities are becoming a little bit lower. By mid-morning that moves out, and that's when temperatures are going to quickly rise. Most of us across Dane County are down to the mid-40s. We're at 47 in Madison, 49 in Oregon, 50 in Belleville, and 47 this morning in Sun Prairie. We've still got a lot of 50s though. 56 in Monroe, same with La Crosse, 52 in Viroqua, and 53 in Boscobel. The good news is if you like warmer temperatures, we're going to see that dry weather and then temperatures that rise into the mid-70s. Then we've got an even warmer stretch. Rain is going to be very, very hard to come by the next several days. You can see mainly dry weather at least through the next 7 to 10 days. I think that stretch could even last into early October past the 10-day forecast as we head into about the 6th and 7th of October, maybe breaking down a bit. Yeah, we can't rule out a couple of sprinkles during this time frame, but we're not going to see widespread or that measurable of rainfall. And then we've got a really, really big warm up. 80-degree temperatures return as early as tomorrow for some, and then everyone should be into the lower 80s both Saturday and Sunday. The record for all 3 of those dates are in the upper 80s, back in the mid-70s Friday's date, the mid-50s Saturday's date, and then the early 70s on Sunday's date. We'll come within about 5 to 7 degrees from that, but not break any records. So we've got the 80s this weekend. Our average last 80-degree day specifically in Madison is September 29th. Last year was the outlier though. We had an 80-degree day, 82 to be specific, October 29th last year. So it was very warm, but then we had a sharp cutoff in temperatures as we headed into Halloween. Temperatures were still mild in the mid-60s, and our average high heading into that Halloween time frame is down to the lower 50s. Right now we should be in the upper 60s, but we're going to be nowhere near that for quite some time. Even into that end of the 10-day, we'll still be in the mid-70s, which is nice and mild.
All right, I like the look of this.
Me too.
Savannah, thank you. Let's get to some sports news this morning. Criticism against Badger football head coach Luke Fickell is growing after the team's disappointing Big Ten opener loss against Maryland. Fickell brought high expectations after his success at Cincinnati, making a bowl game in his first year at Wisconsin, but missing one last season. The Badgers have suffered double-digit losses to Alabama and Maryland this year.
I did not think that team was that much better than us, but they played better. Oh, I just disappointed. But in the same respect, anybody that's ever been in that business, it's happened to. And now it's the coach's responsibility and the player's responsibility to bounce back.
Student reactions on campus remain mixed as the Badgers prepare for a challenging remaining schedule. Badgers return from the bye and play at Michigan on October 4th.
Brewers just one game away from clinching home field advantage in the playoffs. And one team they could face, the Padres. San Diego's gotten the better of the Crew the last 2 games. Crew trying to avoid the sweep. Bottom of the first, Jackson Chourio with the leaping catch to rob a 3-run homer. What a snag, worthy of another look there from Chourio. Bryce Terang in 7th inning here, game tied at 1. He's going to send one into center field and score the runner on second. Brewers would add another run in the 9th to win it 3-1. Your final. Milwaukee has the day off and hosts a series with the Reds starting tomorrow. One more win, Kyrion, and they have a franchise record for the most wins for the Brewers.
Which is very nice. I know you're still a little skeptical about the playoff season.
History has shown us the Brewers have not been very successful in the postseason as of late. But this is a different team. They've got a different energy, so hopes are high right now. I mean, best record in baseball. I mean, everybody's gunning to take down the Brewers. It's just a different scenario. All right.
Yes. Well, in the 608, Circus World is rolling out the barrels this weekend for Wagons and Wine.
Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Josh Sprider live in Baraboo this morning to give us a sneak peek. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, good morning to you guys. Boy, do we have a special treat for you today here at Circus World. We're talking about a brand new event coming to Baraboo this weekend, and we're giving you a little preview this morning. This morning we have Georgia Stevenson joining us. You're the operations manager here. Georgia, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh. Thanks for being here.
Yes, absolutely. Set the scene for us. Where are we standing right now?
We are in the Chappie Fox Wagon Restoration Center, where we bring these beautiful wagons back to life. We have a small but mighty facilities team who painstakingly take time and their skills and apply them to these gorgeous wagons and bring them like they were just rolling off the showroom floor.
I mean, these are incredible to see, and you are actually going to be bringing these outside for people to see. I mean, this is a rare and unique event that typically does not happen.
It is. We've been dreaming of doing this for a long time. Finally, it's coming to fruition this weekend. We're going to bring some very special curated selection of wagons out into the sunshine to be enjoyed by our guests on the banks of the Baraboo River, and we're just super excited to be doing it.
Why was it something that you guys wanted to do, this Wagons and Wine event? Because this is the first time you're doing this.
It is. It's our first time, and I think it's a rare opportunity to enjoy our beautiful site, like I said, on the river. The weather's going to be perfect this weekend, and it's also a chance to get up close and personal with the crown jewel of our collection, which is our wagons.
And you guys are partnering with a bunch of local wineries, bringing in a ton of folks, so this is really about celebrating the community and celebrating Sauk County.
100%. We've got Wollersheim coming in, we've got Bailey's Run, Fawn Creek. It's going to be such a great event. We've also got food available, we've got beer, we've got live entertainment. It's going to be kind of nonstop action all day on Saturday.
Because of course, when it comes to the circus, you got to have performers too, and there's going to be a lot of action.
Absolutely. In addition to the live music with the All That Jazz big band, we are going to have a performance by Gail Howe with her acrobatic hula hooping act, and she'll meet and greet with everyone as well. She is born and raised in Wisconsin, and then also Carson Howell, who is a native of Baraboo, doing his exciting, death-defying unicycle act. Just super fun and, truly an experience for grown-ups as children of all ages.
Oh my gosh, awesome. So we have an information graphic we want to put up on the screen right now, so if people are interested
here at Circus World, the event is from 2 to 7 p.m. Or you can go to our website and purchase tickets online, circusworldbaraboo.org, and just come on down and enjoy the beautiful weekend with us.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. We'll have that up on channel3000.com as well. Georgia, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And again, if you'd like to learn more, go to our website, but pretty cool, learning some history and just what it takes to be able to restore wagons like this, guys. Wagons and wine, that's a perfect pairing if you ask me.
Love the accent. It sounds like a fun event, and what cool stuff you can check out while you're there.
Yes, this is actually a pretty big deal. I hear people talk about it all the time. So yes, thanks for the inside look, Josh.
Well, Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share with you folks at home, and a lot of his ideas come from people just like you. So if you have an idea, reach out and let him know about it.
Well, still ahead, we're talking about why many of us talk to our pets like they are humans or name certain objects like our cars.
All right, we're back right after this.
Welcome back. So here's a look at what's trending this morning. So many pet owners will agree treating pets like their own children is perfectly rational. Michelle Renee, what do you think?
I 100% agree.
Yes.
That's my son.
And many people think naming their car is a requirement. I know some of you got car names out there.
Guilty.
Yes, same. So scientist and college professor Justin Gregg is out with a new book, Humanish, What Talking to Your Cat or Naming Your Car Reveals About the Uniquely Human Need to Humanize. So this book explores the concept of anthropomorphism, the act of treating a non-human as if it is human, like mind, even when we know it isn't. So Greg argues this instinct comes from our desire to connect with other humans, which leads us to see human traits in pets, objects, and even technologies. And he says this is even is the tendency why people seem to form emotional connections with chatbots even.
See, you don't even need a chatbot. You just need an imagination. If you're gonna have a conversation with your stuffed animal or whatever it is, you gotta come up with the other end. You can't rely on a chatbot.
Do you guys do that?
Maybe.
I do not do that.
Go on.
No.
Okay, I do have a
No
name for my
explanation.
car, but Chris seems to not have a name for anything he claims, so.
Not even like a toolbox tool?
I will talk. I don't name my toolbox, no.
Why not?
I will talk with my dog. Like, I like talking to my dog.
So see, that's it.
Because she doesn't talk back. It's very nice.
Oh,
she just sits there and
perspective.
snuggles with me. I like it.
yes.
There you go.
And no yapping. Okay, I guess that's one way to look at it.
We'll have the weather update when we get back.
New this morning, Planned Parenthood announcing a change in care. What led to the decision and the impact to those who use it.
And time runs out for residents at Madison's Dairy Drive encampment, the deadline that coincides with a major new development.
Plus, another staff member at the Sun Prairie Area School District under investigation. Their involvement after a former dean's arrest.
And good news for travelers. Dane County is expanding direct flights to warmer destinations where you can fly to this winter.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee. Thanks for waking up with us. You have made it to Thursday. That means just one more day till Friday.
Just celebrating every day now.
Yes.
We've made it.
Every day is a great day.
You woke up, good work.
Yes, yes. Waking up is a blessing. So,
It is.
Just to be
It is.
here another day and one more day closer to Friday is even better. There we go.
And we've got warmer weather this weekend to celebrate.
Yes, there's the lead.
So, you got fall-like weather yesterday. We're waking up to that right now. But the rest of the next several days are going to be summer-like. We've got some fog, and some of this is on the more dense side of things. Madison's down to 5. Janesville's down to 3/4. Lone Rock, Boscobel stretching all the way up to Black River Falls, all down to 1/4 or less of a mile. So those are the areas you want to take it easy and allow a little bit of extra time. Platteville waking up to a little bit of fog, but not as bad of a start. That was where that live look was. Temperatures climb nicely. We had 66 only yesterday at the airport in Madison. Today's forecast 74, and then we've got the 80s that are going to return. We'll talk about how long those 80s last and also give a sneak peek on some counties across southern Wisconsin that are now reporting patchy color.
Savannah, thank you. New this morning, Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin will temporarily stop abortion services starting October 1st.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reporting they're pausing appointments as they navigate the impact of the president's tax and spend bill, which cuts Medicaid funding. The nonprofit vows to resume full reproductive care soon and is actively seeking legal and civic solutions.
Planned Parenthood serves about 50,000 people across the state. 60% are covered by Medicaid. 3 of Wisconsin's 24 locations provide abortions. The clinics are in Madison, Milwaukee, and Sheboygan. The Sheboygan Clinic provides medication abortions only. The other 2 also offer surgical. The nonprofit also provides STD testing, pregnancy testing, and planning, emergency contraception, birth control, among others.
State Journal reporting Madison's Dairy Drive homeless encampment is about to close. People there have a deadline to vacate by noon tomorrow. Opened in 2021 as a temporary COVID-19 response, it was funded mainly through federal dollars. A measure to extend the contract with the Madison Street Division failed by 1 vote. The encampment costs $70,000 a month to operate, and the keys have to be turned over now by October 1st. The closure comes as Mayor Satchel Rhodes Conway announces the near completion of the $27 million men's shelter on the north side.
This morning, we're working to learn more about an incident involving a gun on Madison's southwest side. Police shut down part of Schrader Road near Forward Drive near the Quick Trip just before 5 yesterday after reports of someone firing a gun in the area. But right now, police aren't releasing any other details. But of course, we will keep you updated here on the air and online at our website, channel3000.com.
6:33 now. In continuing coverage of the fallout at the Sun Prairie Area School District, the district facing some new turmoil this morning as the HR director is now under investigation. The Department of Public Instruction reviewing Chris Sadler's administrative license. New records show that he spoke with one of the former dean's alleged victims and her mother after someone sent a tip to the district. He decided there was no evidence at that time of any inappropriate relationship. Still, his role requires him to report the incident to the police regardless of his findings. It's all connected to the former West High School Dean of Students, Robert Gilkey Messigeyer. He is charged with 2 counts of child sexual exploitation and 13 counts of possessing child sex abuse material. He's pleaded not guilty. DPI also placing West High School principal Jennifer Ploger's license under investigation earlier this month.
Now to national news. The White House Budget Office is threatening mass firings if a government shutdown happens. A new memo directs agencies to cut non-essential programs. That's a sharp departure from past shutdown strategies. The escalation comes as the Trump administration clashes with Democrats over federal funding.
Developing this morning, 2 people critically injured, another dead after a sniper opened fire outside of a Dallas ICE facility. All 3 victims are detained migrants. Authorities say the suspected shooter, 29-year-old Joshua John, shot and killed himself. Authorities are working to piece together a motive, but are investigating this as an act of targeted violence. On social media, President Trump blamed radical leftists and called for an end to rhetoric against ICE. Security at ICE facilities across the country is now ramped up. We still don't know the identity of the victims, but Mexico's government says one of the 2 injured is a Mexican national. The same ICE facility was involved in a bomb threat just last month.
The Department of Justice is weighing whether to charge former FBI Director James Comey with perjury. Prosecutors are reviewing his 2020 testimony about the Russia investigation into the 2016 election. Comey insists his statements were truthful. A decision could come as soon as Tuesday.
Well, just into the newsroom this morning, a Quality Bakery in Dodgeville is closing its doors after 97 years. The bakery shared this in a Facebook post this morning saying, quote, "What started as a dream generations ago by our great-grandpa Laverne has become more than just a bakery. It became a second home where we grew up and a part of our everyday lives." Adding their priorities as a family has changed. Their final day of business will be October 4th. Meantime, Fresh Mart, the international supermarket in the former Whole Foods supermarket on Madison's near west side, will be closing on Sunday. The store's owner tells the State Journal that the business was slow and price increases were too hard on their budget. He says a pallet of groceries when they opened 18 months ago was about $5,000. It's now $8,000. The owner also has a location in Sun Prairie and will focus now on that.
Happening this weekend, the True North Music and Food Festival is taking over the Duck Pond. The festival features some of Madison's best chefs and emerging regional music. Madison Magazine is a proud sponsor. Tickets start at $15 at TrueNorthFest.com. $2 from each sale will benefit domestic abuse intervention services and the Dane County Food Collective.
Brewers 1 game away from clinching home field advantage in the playoffs. One team they could face, the Padres. San Diego's got the better of the 2 games for the Crew trying to avoid a sweep here. Bottom of the first, Jackson Churio with a leaping catch to rob a 3-run home run. That's worthy of another look. Fantastic snag by Churio. Game tied at 1 in the 7th. Bryce Terang, he's going to send it out to center field and score the runner on second. Brewers would add another run in the 9th to win it 3-1. Milwaukee has the day off today and hosts their final series of the regular season against the Reds tomorrow.
Good news for travelers. Dane County Regional Airport is bringing back 3 nonstop flights to warm weather destinations. Starting on October 23rd, Sun Country Airlines will offer weekly flights to Phoenix and Fort Myers. Then beginning on November 8th, American Airlines is adding weekly service to Miami. You can find the airport's direct flight destinations on their website.
Both going to Phoenix here soon.
Yes. So me this weekend, you like a weekend later on in October. So yeah.
Why leave? I don't want to leave here right now.
Okay.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
The weather is really nice here right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
Talk to me in January, February. You know, I might be singing a different tune. You know, that's going to be, you know, getting away in those months. That's where it's at.
For sure, when you're sick of the colds.
Yeah, but then like you have to kind of plan around possible snow and all that.
Snowstorms, getting delayed.
It's a little too much.
Airport.
Oh,
So I'd rather just stay.
what a headache.
I'd rather just stay here.
Yeah,
There you go. No need to
good
go anywhere.
points. But it's cool. Yeah, you don't need to get away today because we've got the 70s that are going to be here. And then a really, really nice weekend ahead here in Madison. We'll be in the 80s. 47 right now, so it's a little bit on the cooler side. Probably want a sweatshirt, lighter jacket, but we're going to warm up pretty quickly. 60 at 9 in the morning and then well into the 60s, even 70s by the time we're heading into that lunchtime hour. And then after that, topping out at about 74 today. And then we've got a stretch in the 80s Also going to talk about the rain that we could see or could not see during this time frame, and then talk about our average highs as we head into the first week of October next Wednesday.
Savannah, thank you. Coming up after the break, a night of dining, dancing, and fundraising, all supporting the Down syndrome community. Up next, we're previewing Gigi's Playhouse Generation G Gala.
And ahead, Josh Breider is live in Baraboo this morning, checking out some really cool stuff for the circus. He'll preview an event coming up this weekend. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
A night of hope, inclusion, and community. Gigi's Playhouse Madison is preparing for its 9th annual Generation G Gala next month. It's the organization's biggest fundraiser, celebrating individuals with Down syndrome and supporting their free programs. Executive Director Kelly Antonson and Board President and Playhouse Mom Sarah Barrett are here to tell us more. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So let's start with this. What is this year's theme and the meaning behind it?
This year's theme is building our futures, not black and white, because we are building the futures of these incredible families in the Down syndrome community, but we're also building an actual building. So we are in the middle of a capital campaign, and we're trying to do all the things. So this is really a beautiful night of impact and inspiration.
Yes, and so for people who haven't been, what can they expect?
This night is just going to be so much fun for everyone. So we have a lot of our self-advocate and ambassadors as part of the program. There's going to be a special dance performance by Confidancers from Arts for All Wisconsin. There's going to be Annie Mulligan, who is a Special Olympian, and she won 2 medals in the Winter Olympics. She will be there with her medals. She's coming back again to speak. And we're going to hear from a lot of our Playhouse families.
So Gigi's Playhouse currently serves hundreds of families with free programs. So how do the funds raised at the gala help those families?
So the funds raised go directly back to the families through our free programs. And that's something we're really proud of. We don't take insurance, we don't require referrals or charge a fee for any of our services. So children can come to the Playhouse and work on communication, literacy, practice math skills, join fitness classes. And for our teens and adults, they can do all those things and learn life skills to build confidence and independence.
And so what does it mean to you personally to see the impact of those programs?
For me, it's not just about the progress that my daughter has made, although that's been incredible. It's really about community. At Gigi's, my family can show up authentically.
Love that for you all. So how can people who wish to support but can't necessarily show up to the gala next month, how can they still support you all?
Yeah, so right now we are still collecting items for our beverage poll, and we're also looking for silent auction items. So larger ticket items are always welcome as well. Tickets are still available on our website, so gigisplayhouse.org/Madison, and there's an events tab where you'll find the gala information. But we cannot wait to see everyone on Friday night, October 10th.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, we will share all of these details on our website. That's channel3000.com.
Well, we're seeing a few more counties get added to that patchy color, including one across southern Wisconsin, Racine County to our southeast. Forest County, you can see now shaded orange. That's near peak. You can always go to travelwisconsin.com. We continue to update this daily on peak foliage. It's not expected until about early, more so mid-October for all of us across southern Wisconsin. Still got to wait a couple weeks. We're dealing with the fog, some of that more dense than other counties. Madison and Dane County right now, mostly just dealing with some light patchy fog. We're at 5 miles. Janesville's held at 3/4 of a mile. Wisconsin Dells is now actually down to 1/4 of a mile, joining Boscobel, Lone Rock, La Crosse, Platteville, Viroqua, Camp Douglas, all at just 1/2 mile. So yeah, some is dense. We don't have a dense fog advisory, but that doesn't necessarily mean you won't encounter that dense fog while driving, at least the next about 2 hours or so. And then we'll be a bit warmer with partly sunny skies. Temperatures are going to rise into the lower to mid 70s later, 47 right now though. So we're a stretch from that. You'll probably want a jacket before heading out. Any rain is going to be very hard to come by, not only today, but the next several days. We don't really have any in the forecast. I do think we'll see some cloud cover, not today and not going forward over the weekend, but into about mid to late week next week could see a little bit of cloud cover rebound, but humidity levels stay on the lower side, so we're not going to see any rain or any systems move through. We've got a summer-like weekend. Lake days still in the forecast. Friday's high tomorrow, 80, 82 on Saturday, and then Sunday, 81. Our record high, all three of those dates are in the upper 80s, so we're not going to break them, but we'll come within about 5 to 7 degrees of those. We were set the 87 back in 1974 for Friday's date, 1954 Saturday's date, and 1971, 89 degrees. So we're still going to be well into the 80s on Saturday, and then I think that stretch will even take us into early next week. By Wednesday, that's October 1st, a little bit cooler, but 78 is still well above average. Our average high heading into early October is in the mid to upper 60s all across southern Wisconsin. So a really nice stretch of weather, but fall like lovers got to wait a little bit longer.
Oh, it's coming though.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that weather yesterday. 66 only in Madison.
Real nice.
Yeah.
Sweatshirt weather, thanks. In the 608 this morning, Circus World rolling out the barrels this weekend for wagons and wine.
Our Josh Pider is live in Baraboo this morning with a sneak peek. Good morning.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Yeah, very unique event here for Sauk County coming to you from Circus World. All of these wagons that you see behind me are going to be on display for people to see this weekend. And there's also going to be performers here. We've got Gail Howell, one of the performers that is going to be hula hooping her way through this. And Gail, I want to ask you a few questions here because this is a pretty unique thing for you. And this is what you do. This is your living right here.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and we're really excited for the event on Saturday, and I'm here ready to razzle-dazzle you with all my hula hooping skills, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time on Saturday, so come and join us here at Circus World for Wagons and Wine.
So what is hula hooping all about? What got you into this?
Oh, I've just been around shows and circuses my whole life, and I've taught myself how to hula hoop and do just tons of fun tricks and things, and just had so much fun with it. So I encourage you to try it at home too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, get back to it because we want to see more of this because this is amazing. So you're going to be seeing Gail here on location at Circus World, one of the many things that you can look forward to for Wagons and Wine on Saturday. And this is really what it's all about. I'm going to bring Georgia Stevenson back in. We talked to her a little earlier in the 608. It's all about showcasing the talent right here in your community. And boy, is there a lot of it.
There sure is. Really world-class talent, like Miss Gale, like the All That Jazz big band that's going to be performing, Carson Howell, a Baraboo native. It's going to be super exciting to just bring all of these wonderful elements in Baraboo together.
And of course, you know, we mentioned these wagons. These don't see the light of day, and there's going to be a lot on display that people don't typically get to see here.
That's right. We're going to bring these gorgeous wagons out. The sun will be shining. The leaves are starting to change. It's just going to be amazing to see them in their glory out there among the wineries who are joining us, sampling wine and enjoying the entertainment and the beautiful grounds here. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, you're partnering with so many people in the community and so many different wineries right here in the 608. This is going to be truly a special event, and it's the first one that you guys have ever done.
It is. We've been dreaming of doing this event for a long time, and finally we got it all together, and we're super excited to see how it goes and to just do as good of an event as we possibly can and grow on it every year.
We have an information graphic we want to put up on our screen right now. So if people are interested, how and where can they get their tickets?
Well, come on down Saturday. We're open 2 to 7 for the Wagons and Wine. You can buy tickets in person, or you can go to circusworldbaraboo.org and buy them online.
And how cool is it for you to see performers like Gail, you know, showing off their stuff and really making people smile?
I mean, where else can you see cool stuff like this, really? It's just so many amazing things coming together. It's going to be an amazing day.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful on Saturday. Weather looks great, too. Georgia, thank you so much for having us out.
Thanks so much for joining us.
You bet. And oh my gosh, Gail, you're crushing it. I wish I could even do one of those. Way to rock it. Come see Gail. Come on out to Circus World this weekend. Again, everything you need to know up on channel3000.com, guys. Pretty cool.
I won the hula hoop contest back in elementary school during the luau, but it didn't It didn't look like that, I will say.
A flex.
Yes, just a small flex, but not as big as this. So make sure you get out and see this. That is pure talent out there.
Wagons and Wine and Baraboo. Thanks, Josh. Josh is always looking for inspirational stuff to show in the 608. Got an idea? Reach out and let him know.
Coming up in the morning sprint, Buc-ee's brings its famous brisket and clean restrooms to Wisconsin. What to know about the major facility?
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture, would you? .654, time for the morning sprint.
Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin will halt abortion services starting October 1st. The Milwaukee Journal reports they're pausing appointments as they navigate the impact of the president's tax and spending bill, which cuts Medicaid funding. The nonprofit vows to resume full reproductive care soon and is actively seeking legal and civic solutions.
Public Health Madison, Dane County issuing an overdose spike alert. EMS responding to 5 overdoses in the last 24 hours. The cause unknown, but changes in street drugs possibly containing fentanyl are suspected. PHMDC recommending carrying Narcan and offers fentanyl test strips at its East Wash and Park Street locations.
Buc-ee's, known for the cleanest restrooms in America and its famous brisket, is officially opening its first Wisconsin location in Oak Creek. The city's planning commission has approved the project despite pushback from locals. This new site will be over 73,000 square feet, strategically located near I-94. Plans for a DeForest location have been delayed due to a deficit.
The Dairy Drive homeless encampment has to be vacated by noon tomorrow. Initially opened in 2021 as a temporary COVID-19 measure, the encampment's closure follows a failed vote to extend its contract. Keys have to be returned by October 1st. Meanwhile, Mayor Saatchi Rhodes Conway announces the upcoming completion of a $27 million men's shelter on the north side.
We only hit 66 at the Madison airport yesterday, up to 74 today, and then 80s this weekend, dry, mostly sunny, and the summer-like weather will continue for the start of October. So we've been saying that it's going to be warm, well above average, and that 10-day forecast just really solidifies and shows exactly how warm we're going to be.
All right, shaping up to be a great weekend.
Hopefully everyone has plans to get outside.
Yes, please do. All right, Savannah, thank you.
You're welcome.
CBS Mornings is coming up next. Our next newscast is at noon.
You can find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+.
Have a great Thursday.